back to Desert Smoke Reviews. This is Justin.
Wyatt.
And Monty.
Tonight we're coming at you with the Camacho Criollo. I believe this is the Toro, right?
This is the... Yes, it is.
Yeah, it looks like it's from
I had to think about it.
Yeah, it comes into a nice medium to dark brown wrapper. Seams are visible, but they look very tight and done well. I don't have many veins, maybe one moderate, but overall the cigar looks good. Has a nice firm pack to it, but not too firm. The aroma, I don't get a whole lot. I get a lot of, well, I shouldn't say a lot of. I get about a nice medium tobacco. Maybe a little bit of earth, but I'm a little congested this evening. I'm finally getting over a cold, so might be just that. But the foot, on the other hand, wow. The foot, I get a lot of earth, a lot of tobacco, and chocolate. Like that Nestle's powdered chocolate. Very, very nice. What?
Yeah, I agree with everything you said. Pretty universally firm pack. Really no squishy spots. Again, I love the banding of the new Camachos. This yellow, almost traffic signal yellow band. I just think it looks really cool. Cigar itself, though, smooth throughout. A few stems here and there, but just typical Camacho, big and bold. On the foot, though, yeah, I definitely get some chocolate, but call me crazy. I get almost like a dew, like a dew on a grass or something.
I thought you said dude. I was like, okay. No, I get what you're saying.
Like dude?
Yeah, like dude. I thought this was.
You did say afterwards, dude, But yeah, it's real nice. You get that, Monty?
No, I don't think so. I mean, on the wrapper on mine, it certainly has a really distinct sweetness to it, a really nice aroma. Mine, when I cut it, I don't know what happened. The head of the wrapper just almost exploded, but I think it's still smokable. I don't think it's going to be too big of a problem, but I do have a very firm spot right at the head of the cigar and a very firm spot right at the foot of the cigar. Other than that, everything in between is pretty much what you would want for a nice firmness for a cigar. And the foot of these things, off the foot, the aromas are just amazing. The guys talked about it, and I get a whole lot of earthiness and a whole lot of sweetness off the foot. Almost like a deep, dark molasses sweetness and a lot of dark earthiness off the foot of this cigar. So, and Wyatt mentioned the band. These Camacho bands are great, the new style bands. I think they're badass, for lack of a better term, but I hate the stupid scorpion. I don't get it. I think it's pointless. I know it has some sort of meaning, but I'm against it. There, I said it. I'll move on. I know I'm the only one that says that, but
yeah, I wonder why they do the scorpion.
Hey, don't jump on that bandwagon. Let's line it up and see what we get.
There's plenty of room on my bandwagon for Justin.
I'm just a big fan of the old blends, but yeah, the bands look cool. They're very in your face. Here I am,
Yeah, they're very bold. They're
yeah, and that's what they're going for.
Very Mike Ditka.
Yeah. So I have nothing against the
Let's see what you
banding.
did there.
I don't get the scorpion though. Now that you mention it, but I do prefer the older blends. But I have not had this one, so maybe I'll be wrong. So I'll keep my mouth shut till I'm smoking it. Except for the Ecuador. Holy shit, that's a good cigar.
Agreed. That blue label Ecuador is just badass. It's great.
The turquoise label Ecuador.
Or teal.
Okay.
Turquoise is more green, teal is more blue.
Was this one of the old ones?
No, I don't know. If
I don't
know.
know.
I think that was. I think they call it the Havana though. Wasn't it too much? I really honestly don't know. I'd be lying to you if I said anything.
I can break a lie with this one.
Very dry and peppery to me. It's almost like that beef jerky aftertaste.
Beef jerky, that's a new one.
Yeah. It's almost like an aftertaste to me.
Still beats the hell out of the Queen Hotel room.
Oh, yeah.
Dry, clean.
Not getting any passion fruit in this cigar. But, very rich. Very, very rich. Very smooth.
Very, very smooth.
Yeah, really nice draw. Real, not overly open on mine, but really nice.
Now, call me crazy, because it could be the power of suggestion. But I see where White said on the smell of dew, the aftertaste is kind of almost fresh, like a...
Like a clean Macomb.
No.
No, I know what Justin's talking about. He's right. That finish is.
There's something very fresh and crisp about the aftertaste for me. It's not clean hotel room. More like a clean country meadow after it's rained.
Yeah, for a cigar, you wouldn't think of it having any sort of freshness or sharpness to it, but it does have a really nice finish. It's not heavy or coating or thick at all. It's just really nice.
Very nice. No spice even on the retro hell for me. Very smooth.
See, I'm getting a lot of pepper on the finish, but yeah, actually you're right, there's one.
I just kind of get a nice rich tobacco and then it dives into this fresh, crisp aftertaste. Well, that's a good start.
Yeah.
Let's get in the first third. Approach the 10-minute mark. See how it goes. Welcome back. We're about 10 minutes into this Camacho Criollo. And for me, burn is very good. Ash is holding on very nice. Nice open draw. Really haven't too much update on the flavors. It's still very, a lot of rich tobacco, and I still get that very fresh or crisp aftertaste or finish to it. That finish is relatively long, but I'm really enjoying the cigar. There's not a lot of flavors going on right now, just mostly that rich tobacco, kind of freshness, but those flavors are very, very good. It's around the medium, maybe medium to full in body. This is definitely packing a little more punch than the Ecuador or a couple of the other Camachos that I've had lately. But overall, still very smooth, very good cigar.
Yeah, I would agree. It's the finish goes clean really fast for me. But what flavors are there? I'm starting to get that kind of musky earth, dew, whatever you want to call it, type of flavor. It's kind of unique, but it's very good in that. There's a little bit of sweet chocolate there, but for the most part, the finish goes quick, pretty fast. So I'm hoping it stays a little longer. But the construction, yet, like Justin said, for me it's been excellent. I got one runner I'm going to have to touch up, but other than that, Ash holding on together, real compact, strong. So really enjoying it so far.
Yeah, I am having an issue with mine. There's some huge cracks in the wrapper. I don't know what that's about. I mean, this thing's been in the same humidor for weeks that theirs was. So who knows? But it's still smoking great. It's just the wrapper's cracking. There's a lot of that, for me, that really dark earthiness, but it's not harsh. It's really smooth, really nice. The tiny little bit of sweetness, but what Justin talked about, it has a really clean, fresh finish on it. And again, I know that sounds ridiculous with a cigar, but it does have a nice crispness to it. And mine's burning pretty well. It got off just a little bit and I touched it up, but the ash is really firm. I've got probably a good inch of gray and white ash holding on there just fine. So it's off to a pretty good start, really.
Alright, well, let's get into the second, third approach, the midpoint. See how the cigar develops. Alright, well, we are about halfway on this Camacho Criollo. And still draws great, burns, not razor sharp, but not being a touch-up for me. Performing exceptionally well. Flavors for me haven't completely changed. I'm starting to pick up a lot more earth, a little bit of natural sweetness coming in on the finish. But for mostly it's that very crisp, very clean finish coming in. Overall, very, very nice, very smooth. There's no spice in the retro hell. I'm really enjoying it. It's still running about a medium to full for me. Those flavors are definitely a little more in your face. But the only real development is a little more earth and the natural sweetness coming in.
I couldn't disagree more. I think the whole cigar is just cedar for me. That's really the only taste I'm getting. And I don't think that it's medium to full either. I think it's just a solid medium stick. Tastes really good, but no, I'm not seeing the power in this cigar, which is good. I mean, that's something we mentioned with Camacho cigars before. Some of them are just power, like that triple Maduro. That's not in the loose stoke. Yeah, this is one of those really good, not too strong type of cigars, but of course we're a little more. We smoke more cigars than a lot of people usually do. So this might be a little more powerful. You can only smoke a couple cigars here and there. But, this would be a really good regular cigar, just like an everyday stick. Definitely for an after lunch, afternoon kickback, Saturday type of cigar. Very, very good.
Yeah, I agree. This is a really good cigar. And I've had this cigar before. I think this is just a fluke with this one having the cracked wrapper. It still smokes really well. The burn is pretty good. I've touched it up a little bit, but the ash is still real nice and firm. It's a lot of the same, which frankly I'm fine with. As long as the flavors are good and everything, and the smoke's good, that's fine with me. So I'm all for consistency on this one. Still has a nice clean finish. The finish may be a little longer, and the earthiness may be a little more pronounced, but it's still really so far so good.
Well, let's get in the final third approach, nub point. See what we get. Well, welcome back. We're at the nub point on this Camacho Criollo, and really not a lot to update on flavors. It's still kind of very earthy. A little bit of natural sweetness, and a lot of rich tobacco, very nice, crisp, clean finish for me. The ash held on very well. It's throughout the entire cigar. I've never had to touch up once. Always been a nice open draw. Construction was good for me. For me, it's always been a medium to full body. They packed a little bit of a punch for me. I think this is a great cigar for pretty much any time. I think it's a good end of the day stick, but I also think it could go well in the afternoon. It's a little heavy for the morning. It's not a task cigar. It's definitely an attention grabber. When comparing it to other cigars, especially the Camacho line, it's not my favorite, but it's still very, very good. With that said, I'd probably give it a solid 8, 8.5. Let's go 8.5. Because it is good, but of the Camacho line right now, I'm really getting into the Ecuadors. That is my favorite one. And not that this Criollo is bad. It's very good. It's just, I think that the Ecuador is a little better. And I shouldn't try to compare it. This is a standalone cigar review for this one. But it is very good. A solid 8.5.
Yeah, I agree. Very, very good, very smooth. At least to me, it wasn't a power punch. And this is my first cigar actually in a couple days. So, it hasn't been as powerful as I figured it would be. But again, very, very smooth. Lots of interesting dynamic flavors. I'm going to go with an 8 just because it wasn't very complex. And that was kind of my one problem with the cigar. The construction was great, taste was great. Overall, really good selection from Camacho. But like Justin said, I think you can smoke this doing just about anything. This is a good end of your day stick. It's not quite the power punch that I was expecting, but for Justin and Bonnie it seems to be. So take that with a grain of salt. But yeah, very, very good cigar. Solid 8. Something I'd keep around for an everyday stick.
I agree. It's been a very good cigar. I did have some wrapper issues, but I think that's a fluke. I don't think that's indicative of anything really. The last third has gotten a little bit more fuller flavored. The earthiness is kind of ramped up a little bit, but it's still very nice, very smooth. Not a thing in the world harsh about this cigar. I don't like harsh cigars. I don't like them harsh whether they're at the beginning or the end. It's been, like I talked about, a lot of earthiness, a lot with a really smooth, clean finish. The finish has gotten a little longer throughout the cigar, but it's still burned well, nice, firm ash. I really like this cigar. There's some of the newer Camachos that I don't like. I think they're too much, but the blue label, the Ecuador, and then this one, the yellow label, Criollo, I think are outstanding cigars. Solid 8.5 for me. I really like this cigar because it does get a little bit more, but it's never overpowering. It's never harsh. So I definitely would recommend it.
Well, in conclusion, if you like our videos, please give us a thumbs up and subscribe. We'd greatly appreciate it. But until next time, smoking if you got 'em.